I'm back again. I shut it off by accident. That's the Mediterranean in the background. I wanted to do that. I wanted to give you a better view of the Mediterranean. Yeah, there it is. And I shut it off by accident. This is the example I was telling you about. It's not Gothic and it's not modernist. It's that French word "navu" or something. This is what this food. You don't expect to see this on a church or a cathedral, but this is that middle one. It's not Gothic. Anyway, let's move on. The wind is blowing too. Anyway, all right, let's keep up with the group. Where is the group? Where did the group go? Okay, up here, I guess. All right, here we go. What's the woman's name? Lathander, let down your hair. The one that was up in the tower. God, look at this. So I guess we're gonna walk the rest of the way. I guess I can hear the elevator. Lathander, where are all the lovers and their little locks? I don't see any locks for a change. I'm so in love. I'm gonna buy a combination lock, and I'm gonna. I gotta watch out. There's people here. I can't be too loud.
Is it okay?
Oh yeah, go right ahead, sir. Holy cow, look at this. Unbelievable. Look at that beautiful Mediterranean. Can you see it? What's the name of that woman that she was up in the tower and they told her to let down her hair? You remember that one? The woman with the long hair?
What's it called?
Rapunzel or something? Rapunzel, that's it, Rapunzel. Let down your hair. You got it. Oh, wow, this is fascinating, just fascinating. Sweep around here a little bit. Nice breeze up here. Oh, it's a nice breeze. Trying to get you to Mediterranean. Can you see it? Sure you can. Wow. Barcelona. All right, I'm gonna move along. Oh wow, look at this. They don't want Rapunzel to get out. Look at this, unbelievable. That's a piece of equipment. That's a crane. That's not part of the cathedral. That's a means to complete the construction. Sometimes in New York City, they fall on people's heads, and if they're not killed, they make a lot of money. Oh, I'm sorry. There's the Mediterranean. There it is. Isn't that beautiful? That's a nice shot right there. Look at all the different architecture. Balconies on top of balconies on top of balconies. Everybody's got a balcony. Wow. This is better than the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty, you gotta wait for hours and hours and hours to get up there. Hours. There's the park directly across the street. His original plans called for a park and all around the whole building, but they're not going to tear down buildings to complete his plan. So some people's opinion that this will never be finished in anybody's lifetime. Now let me see if I can point out any. They have wide boulevards with shade trees everywhere. Everybody's got a balcony. Just trying to see if I can point out anything that I saw on the get-on bus and the get-off bus. It passed the 26 Olympics Stadium. We passed the soccer stadium. It passed the museum. It passed the train stations and the squares and the fountains. We passed downtown. We passed the water area. There was just so much I couldn't cover. I gave you 30 minutes and a little bit more of the bus ride, but I got, here's some more of this kind of no-e-leave here, this, what do they call it, no-e stuff. See, can you see it? See? It's just like maybe somebody was having a good time and had a little bit too much to drink. There it is in the background, if you can see that. Way out there is the Olympic 1926 Olympics, if that's correct. No, it's too far away. You can't see it. It's too far away. It's that thing on the left, right next to the brick. It looks. It depicts an athlete leaning over on the podium to receive an award, and that's over near the major museum and the stadium, the Olympic Stadium. They also have an Olympic village here that they were going to tear down after the Olympics. In '92 is Barcelona Olympics. I'm not sure, you can look it up. But they made it and sold it to private individuals, and they made it into a Olympic village today. And we passed that on the bus as well. I mean, just wherever you look, it's just beautiful, beautiful streets, vistas, lanes, organized, trash-free. Just a fascinating place, I tell you. I want to come back. I want to come back. Today I had 2 big sandwiches that were just delicious with the bread. Is that it? Oh, that's it, I guess. It goes down, huh? So that's it. Yeah, because this is the top of this Tears for Fears. You see, this is the top of this one. So that's what we did. And they have many others still under construction. And you can see some of the construction holding on to this very tight. They've got this building here that looks like a big bullet. They have one in London as well. I don't know why they keep building those things. It's just kind of boring, kind of out of place. I don't think they're big fans of that building in London as well. These architects, some of them are good, some of them are good Joes, and just like anything else in any profession, you have clowns. And you can blame the city too for accepting that design. It just doesn't fit in. It's too modern, and it just doesn't look right, to me anyway. It's out of place, and it shouldn't have been built. And here are the food items I was telling you about. Okay, so that's it. You got your Mediterranean, and I'm gonna move along. I don't want to hold up the crowd. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna go down. That sign tells me to go down. Now we're gonna go down the whole way. Look at the arches. All right, watch your step now. So I guess this is gonna be a 3-parter. The first part, and then I couldn't do anymore. Oh, is that the elevator? What the heck is that? And then I shut it off by accident up here, and now I'm doing it again. So this is going to be 3 parts. So maybe 4. When I get down, I'll do another one. After all, look at this. Isn't this nice? So you take the elevator up, and they have lockers if you have a bag. They don't want you bringing any bags up here. They give you a key or a chip, and then you place your things in the bag with a locker. Maybe I can show you that on the way back. Down, when I get down. I'm not claustrophobic. I told them I've always been an athlete. Oh, is this another one?
This is where you started.
Oh, I see. Thank you. So I've always been an athlete, and so it wouldn't be a problem. They wanted to know if I was okay with the steps. I said certainly. Certainly. I have 5 steps in front of my residence, so certainly I can do a little more. So look at the brickwork, huh? Look at the brick and mortar work. Come on. Unbelievable. Jeez. And hopefully this won't get blown up in a conflict. And, wow, is this another one? Wow, this is quite a tour. Jeez, look at this. This is another angle. On the way down, they let you exit onto an area right here. And you can come right out and see some more. That's the major museum, if you can see it. See that building right in the center of your screen? Right in the center. Right behind. Right behind the museum. It's the Central Maximum Museum, the best museum, the museum of all the most holy museums of Barcelona. And behind it is that artwork. The Olympic Stadium is there, and that depicts an athlete bending over from the podium to receive his or her award. Way off there in the mountains. Some more spears over there. There's I'm on the wrong lens. These are the things we were talking about. These are the I got my paper here from this afternoon's video on the roof of the hotel. That is, where is it? Jeez, here it is. That's Art Nouveau is what you're seeing there. Art, Nouveau. That's a French word, I presume. And that's what that is. That's not the Gothic, and that's not the modernist. That's the Art Nouveau, you know, fancy word, like the summit, you know. Instead of saying it's the top, they want to call it the summit, you know. We paid all this money for college. We need big words. We need big words. We're college graduates, and we're just not going to say the top. We're going to say the summit. They'll fail you on a test if you call the top instead of calling the top the summit. They'll fail you. Jesus. Unbelievable. All right, I'm going to move along. I don't want to move. I want to move along. I don't want to. See, those are little like patios. All right, watch your step now. Watch your step. If you fell and hit your head, look at these big stones, and you hit your head on one of these stones, you would definitely have to go to a medical treatment facility. But don't take an ambulance. Get a cab. It's cheaper. Do not call an ambulance if you are able. Oh, what's over here? I'm lost. I don't know which way to go.
You can go down both ways.
Oh, you can go down both ways. You've been here before, I guess, huh?
No, we just said there's some red instructions.
Are you from Ireland?
Yes.
Yeah, you're wearing green.
I know. I didn't unintentional.
The Irish love green. They love that color. Tomorrow I'm gonna go visit, what's her name? Julie Hennessy. And she's Irish, so she'll probably have green nails and green eyeshadow and green hair and a green dress and green shoes. She'll order a green salad. She'll have green tea. There you are, see that? Way up. Yeah, if you come here to visit, I suggest you pay a little bit extra and take one of the Tears for Fears, like I'm doing here. Brazendo, let down your hair. Let down your her hair. It's the only way she was going to get out of there. I guess he was going to climb up her hair and then rescue her. Yeah, you women today got it made. Back in the day, if you got in trouble, your husband locked you up in one of these things. That was the end of it. You were lucky if he locked you up in one of these things. A lot of times they lopped your head off. I couldn't believe it. This church, this fake church that they made, one of the kings wanted to divorce his wife, and the Catholic Church said no. So he made his own church. And they still have it today. It's still like, it's like they should have realized it's made up. It's just because somebody didn't get their way, so they made a new church. I call it the Evangelic Church, or it's unbelievable, the things throughout history that you don't know until you find out, someone tells you, or you see a show on television, or you just can't believe the gall, the unmitigated gall of some people. Church says, no, you can't divorce your wife. He said, fine, I'll start my own church. And it's still there today. Well, there's the elevator. So we're getting close to the bottom, I can presume, but I'm still kind of high. Look, there's some guys over there. Whoa, I'm lost. I don't know what way I'm going. And there's no other people here. And yeah, I'm saying it wrong as usual. The Angelical Church. Wow, look at this. Now you see how high you are now? Look at this. Now this is the modernist now, what you're seeing here. These blocks of concrete molded or shaped in the forms of half diamonds and circulates. And you can see that against the Gothic, and a beautiful shot of I don't know if you didn't see the first presentation. This is the largest unfinished church in the world. There's those hop-on. That's the bus I took yesterday and went all over the place. All over the place. I think I didn't get off that bus till 6 p.m. And it was designed by Antoni Gaudi, Gaudi. He's buried in the crypt. He died in 1926. The groundbreaking, the day they broke ground for this church was in 1882 on the 19th of March. Capacity is 9,000 worshipers. It has 18 spears, Tears for Fears. 9 already completed. And this being the one I'm in now. And here's a nice shot of the Mediterranean. God, I love that Mediterranean. Look at that breeze. I wish you could feel that breeze. And it's 770 meters high is the height of the spears, or 560 feet. Spanish Civil War stopped the construction in 36 when all the plans were destroyed, stolen, or dilapidated. They finally had to get everything together, and they started to rebuild or reconstruct or start the construction again. Man, it must be nice to, what a job this would be to work on this. I guess you wouldn't be able to curse at work. No cursing at work, no smoking pot, no taking uppers or downers, you know, no shenanigans at lunch. I knew the construction workers in New York City, when they go to lunch, they go to a bar and they just drink heavily, it seems. Some guys are just drinking beer, but some people are drinking mixed drinks like they're at a cocktail party. Then they go back to work. But I don't think you would be able to do that if you were a construction worker on this site. What is this over here? My God. Well, that's the elevator. I don't see any people. I hope I'm going the right way. I might wind up locked in here overnight. It's got to be coming to the end soon. What else? And it started in the 1950s and it's been going on ever since. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now what's over here? Oh, just another way to come down, I guess. It's not too crowded here today. Maybe the later the later in the day that you come in here. I'll probably do another video from inside, and then that'll be the end of it. But that'll be a total of 1, 2, 3. This is 3, I think, because I shut it off by accident. Look at the tensiometer. See, that's a tensiometer. See that tensiometer? Is it going to come into focus? It's not going to come into focus. It's a tensiometer. I think that's what it looks like to me, anyway. And what that does, it reads tension. Look at the nice way they made this stone. Look at this. Just amazing. So I'm continuing down. Wow, look, I don't have any coins. Jeez, I don't have any coins. I can't make a wish. See the coins? Oh.
You can make a wish in spirit.
All right, I'll do that. Jeez, look at that nice park. Look at all the trees. Look at all the trees. Yeah, but I want to go to the moon. I want to go to the moon. Go to the moon. You'll be the only one there. Elon Musk, go to the moon. You'll be the only one there. You can make love to yourself, Elon, on the moon. No one's gonna want to be going to the moon or Mars or any other damn planet. Idiots. We're gonna colonialize planets in space. And I was talking about global warming too. That was a joke, by the way. The reason why America's against global warming is because they're being paid by the oil companies to say it's not true. So, you know, they'll burn up in a fire and they'll still die saying there's no such thing as global warming. That's the extent of these animals. They're just animals. Just animals. They're like the worst people in high school that you ever met, times 1,000. These politicians. The worst person in high school that you ever met, that you were afraid to go near, times 1,000. And that's the personality of these politicians. Europe is on fire and burning, and they're denying global warming. It's unbelievable. Holy cow, that's a good shot. Look at that. Holy cow. Rapunzel, let down your hair. Holy cow. So I guess that's where I'm headed. Wish me luck. Oh. Going down. Now look at this. No railing. Look at that. Where's OSHA when you need it? I like going down. Down is easy, going up is hard. At the Vatican, you could go up in the spear too. And that was like 416 steps or something. I can't remember. Anyway, so I'm gonna cut this video off when I get down. Break it off into 4 different videos, I guess, for this Basilica. Is that mass starting yet? No, it's 7:30 p.m. I got a half an hour before the mass starts. Look at that. Holy smokes. That's how tall these Tears for Fears are. Oh, here's a railing over here. I can grab that. See that? And then I go holding on for dear life, sweating. Thank God for Otis. Otis elevator. That's what made New York City what it is today, the invention of the elevator. Skyscrapers, modern buildings would not be possible without the elevator. Uh-oh, I hear children, I hear children. Oh, children, I hear children. Yeah, you'd be surprised. These 55 and older communities are just beautiful because you don't hear children. People don't realize that. They're so quiet. It's just, you know, the biggest noise is the stupid leaf blowers or the lawn mowers. That's the extent of the noise, and maybe a delivery truck from time to time. Otherwise, it's just quiet. You know why it's quiet? Because there are no children. That's why parents sometimes are so crazy, because they never get a break from that constant sound of children. If I had a kid and he had no tongue, you know, it wouldn't be so bad. There's another niche here. Look at all the construction equipment. Look at all that. Sheetrock, 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 sheetrock. Look at this brickwork. Look at this. I think we're at the bottom now. Okay, we're down. Thank you, sir. These are the lockers I was telling you about. They take your bag and they lock it in the locker. Holy cow. That was high.
Sì, sì, si capisce che la sabbia attrezzata.
Let's go out here and see what's going on out here. There's the elevator that took you up to Tears for Fears. Let's see what's going on over here. This sacristy on the other side of the temple, and it's connected to the cloister. Right, chaplains and use the sacristy as a place to store the objects needed for the liturgical celebrations. For celebrants to change into their robes, the external shape is the same that of the temple's central towers. Wow. Wow. Look at this. Look at this stuff. Just fascinating. Just fascinating. This is the sanctuary. This is the back now. This is where the priests, they keep all their robes and the Eucharist and what have you. It's all right here. This is where they prepare for the Mass. Every church has one. And it is just wonderful. Just wonderful. Look at these beautiful doors, beautiful woodwork. Look at this beautiful wood. Everything is just so intricate, just perfect. That's why I encourage you, you architects in training, to just grow up a little bit. Look at history. Stop making ugly boxes. There's a hotel that they opened up on Sunset Boulevard. It used to be where the Tiffany Theater is at La Cienega and Sunset. It's one of those expensive, you rent or monthly kind of place that men rent apartments for their mistresses and stuff like that. Anyway, it looks like a prison. It looks like a prison. It's horrible. And that's the kind of students that they're putting out today. It looks horrible. Just horrible. All right, I'm gonna swing around and do one last look inside and then take it outside, I guess. There'll be a mass in the crypt. I don't know if I'll be able to film the crypt area. And then I'm gonna end it. Look at the big crowd inside. Yeah, folks. You could probably spend less money taking your family and young children to a place like this than you would spend at a Disney World someplace. And I think they'd get a heck of a lot more out of it because it's real, as opposed to Disney World or theme parks in general that are just not real. Just send Disneyland 25 or 35 or 37 or 55 or $6,500. Just send them the money and don't go. I wasn't watching when I was just walking. I hope I wasn't filming the floor. All right, I'm gonna close it here. I'm gonna walk it outside, but I want to just let you have one more look at it. I'm at the way in the back now. Totally amazing. Stained glass windows, blue, green, sunset. Yellow, red, blue. Yeah, save yourselves the problem. Just mail Disney $6,500 and then don't go. There's blue over here. All right, I'm gonna walk it outside. Let you see some of these images. Oh my God, what a beautiful church. I'll let you look at this. This will give you a better idea. It's fascinating. How'd you like to see the plan sheet on this one? All right, I'm gonna take a walk outside and then I'm gonna cut this one. I'm gonna take a walk outside, let you see the exit area. Oh. You don't have to worry about running into Mickey Mouse. Everybody hates mice and rats. And this is this place's mascot, a mouse. You gotta be kidding me. People find a mouse in their house, they'll burn down their house. They'll sell their house just because they saw a rat or a mouse inside. And that's their mascot, a rodent, an unattractive, undesirable rodent. I mean, a rabbit would have been okay. All right, this is where you exit. And I'm gonna cut it off out here. Gee whiz. Gee whiz. Let me get a little bit further back and you can see a better view. And I'm going to try to catch the 8 p.m. mass maybe. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna cut it off at 40 minutes. And I'm gonna get way back here. And I'm gonna close it. And that's the exit here. So it's pretty good. You get a reservation, you buy your tickets, you pick your time spot, and then that enables there to be just the amount of people needed so it's not overcrowded. That's the new section right there. It's the modern. This is Jesus. Nazareth, maybe. We were way up there, way up there. Okay, I'm gonna close it. I hate to do it, but I'm gonna do it. It's 39 minutes. I'm gonna close it at 40. See if I can do a 40-minute one, which, considering the subject, I think is pretty good. Could have been 2 hours.